Hi everyone, today I'm talking about my new Shimano AM5 mountain bike clipless shoes. Recently I've had to change my pedals on my bike because the one that came with the bike originally when I bought them, they were pretty good but they cracked. You know, it's the composite type of plastic just like those here. But they were doing a pretty good job. I was using my 510s here. They're still in pretty good shape and everything was good. Never had pedal slip or anything like that, but they cracked. So I had to find new pedals. I researched online and then I came upon those here, the Crankbrothers Stamp pedal, which had good reviews. They were popular, they were in my price range. I didn't want to spend too much money because I didn't want aluminum pedals or metal pedals. I just wanted something that grips well and that wasn't plastic, and I don't mind changing them more often if they break. But since I got them, they kept slipping. The first time I wore them, my feet just slipped while I was in the air during a jump, and I got really scared. So immediately after, I took them off and put back my clip pedals, my SPDs, for the rest of the day because I had zero confidence in those pedals and my ability to keep my foot on. I came back home, then I proceeded to, maybe I thought those were not screwed hard enough, the little adjustment screws, so I screwed them as much as I could, and then it helped a little bit, but I still wasn't convinced. But I tried them again, and although it improved, I was still slipping. With those shoes, it's not like I'm moving my feet that much. So I really lost confidence in those pedals, and unfortunately, I think it's because this middle part here is too high, and then although like if it wasn't there, I think the pins would grip better, but it's there and then it's not working well for me, at least. For now, I decided I'm gonna take a break on those. I'm gonna order 12mm pins from the Crankbrothers website to install on the pedals. And I'm gonna get back to, using my my beautiful XT SPD clipless pedals. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm comfortable riding those pedals. And but I just don't like how my previous shoes were working for those pedals. When I bought my clip pedals, my SPDs from Shimano on my other bike, I also bought these shoes. And then I looked at reviews online. They're, what is it called? Pearl Isumi with the model Exhale Journey. And they had good reviews, but first thing I realized, even though it's supposed to be my size, they were a little bit too long and I could not really tighten here. See, so my foot is loose in the middle here and it doesn't feel very good. And the second thing is, I feel like where the clip clips under is too high here. The shoe is too thick and you feel like you're just on the platform right about here, and then you feel like you're just standing on that clip here, which your foot moves on the pedal because this is not sitting on the side of the pedal where here or there. So you're really just like sitting on top of this metal here, which gives a weird feel of just being on a little pedestal. And I'm not liking this personally. I think it's probably how it's meant to be for all of the racing stuff, the cross-country biking, where you want to have like a small little pedal and then you have all that pressure point on it and it's precise. But for me, I like to ride flat pedals because I like having all my foot on a nice surface, and this is what I like about using these shoes and these pedals. So I went on to search for another pair of shoes that could give me sort of a hybrid between those 510s and the flat pedals and those clip here and my SPD pedals. I did some research and I found one that could probably work out is the Shimano AM5 shoe. So I'm like, well, it's Shimano. I know they make some good stuff. It will be compatible with my SPDs. And then they have a kind of a look of my, you know, a look and feel of my 510s really. Like, it's almost like they copied them. So I was thinking, is it? Are these the right shoes for me? So I got a pair of those on REI Co-op. I like to buy from that store because I can return here. I have a local store here. They have good return policy. And then I like the vibe and the feel in their stores. I also got another pair from REI, which is a 510 this time. Very popular, highly ranked, rated model online. The 510 Kestrel was, Kestrel Lace 5.0. Cool look, highly rated. They look like pretty sturdy. They almost feel like they would be more of like an XC type of solid shoes. They're definitely more sturdy and rigid than the other ones. They are both very comfortable. They both look really good. You can get black laces that comes within the box too for those. But so I tried them on, and actually it's kind of difficult, and that's why I'm making that video here. I put the clips on both of them. You know, once you put the clips and you try them on, it looks like it's been used a little bit, and I don't know how the return policy will be at REI. Hopefully they're reasonable and they accept them and they understand that, you know, if you really want to try them, you got to install those clips under. You want to walk with them and see if it does click clack all the time or not, and if you feel comfortable on your pedals, because I did not do that with that, and I regret it, and I lost $100 something on those. So this time I'm like, whatever, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be careful. And then I tested both on my bike, just in my garage, because you can't go for a ride with them and damage the shoes. So my first impression when I tried them, and I think we can see here why, is that the 510s, although they were better than my Pearl Izumi, they still have that same problem where there's barely any rubber here hitting my SPD pedal on the side. Like it's really limited. Once the clip is on, it barely touches the side. So it was a little bit better than the Pearl Izumi, but still wiggling around like that on top of a little pedestal, which I didn't like too much, but it was better. Honestly, I like the look of those. I like the strap here. They were pretty comfortable. They were $150. They were more expensive, but you know, I wanted to like them. But then I put those on, $100, and then put the clips on, and those, I mean, maybe it's because this is a bit more narrow here, right? If you compare, it looks like, I mean, it is a little bit more narrow. I don't know if I can get a tape measure here. Yeah. So you got about like an 1 3/4 inches, right? Roughly. A little bit more, right? Exactly 1 3/4 inches versus a little bit less. And you know that that little bit less makes a big difference. I don't know if that's called, but that's one thing, the width of the space, but also the depth here. See, like how deep those clips are under the sole versus those it's a little bit deeper. It's hard to tell, but yeah, it's a little bit deeper on the Shimano shoes, so both these, I think, make the shoes sit much nicer on the pedal on the side right, you have actual like shoe and rubber hitting the pedal. All right, so now your shoe doesn't move around like that because the rubber hits on it, because you know the clip is always a little loose, right? It's meant to be wiggling, but the rubber hits the pedal, it doesn't move as much, similar to a flat pedal. They seem to be stiff, not as stiff as that. We'll see once I ride them, but they're as comfortable as those. When you walk around, a little bit stiffer, of course, but comfortable as those. So I cannot wait to try them on, those Shimano AM5s clipless shoes for $100. If anybody is interested in doing a review video later, how I feel after riding them, I'd be happy to do that. But this is me sharing my experience in trying some shoes, hopefully returning some shoes, and maybe selling those online. And I'll probably get another pair of pedal actually, because I like to have flats once in a while, especially if I'm gonna go and I know I'm gonna hit some jumps and I want to be able to bail out. I can bail out pretty quick with the clips, but you know, can't beat the flat pedals for that. So I just saw that Shimano came up with new pedals, new flat pedals, an updated version of the XTs, and I think they have an SLX, and they look pretty nice. So as soon as they hit the store somewhere, that's what I might get. Might have to pay a little bit more than $50, but you know, if it's $80 and it's a good pedal and doesn't slip, I would be happy with that. So that's it. That's my 2 cents on those clip shoes using flat pedal SPDs. And so thank you. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.